You say my look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we don't need either weight. If you get it to the top of the plate.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's taken down, but just shy of...
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's going to send it downfield for Aiyuk. And this will be incomplete. Brandon Aiyuk, the intended receiver there. Now it's going to be third down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On third down, it's Hurts. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Into space at the 45. He may go. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg. to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
And this one is no good. Not sure if the rain and the wet footing is an issue there, but no extra point. The score stays where it is. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A handoff is Achane heading left. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40. Third and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Young to throw on first down. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 2nd down, Young. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Young. A throw on the move is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
No problem there on the extra point. Panthers are in the lead by the score of 13-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Set. Stand.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll run with H. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And we're back to South Florida. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Achane. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He'll tuck it and take off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Now a screen set up for Achane. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Not what they hoped down there. He's given ground, going to lose yardage. We'll mark him back at the 6-yard line. Throwing on second down, Young. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A first down throw for Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. On play action, here's Hurts. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Miami. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On first down is Young. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, It's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everything.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Young to throw on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Young. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. A 2nd down throw for Young. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got it inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Carolina. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sanderstill. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
63, 63, 63. Delta.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. They face second down and 7.
Great. Set. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On third down, here's Hurts. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On comes the punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
19, Dolphins 14.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Now Jones. Finding room across midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 59 yards. A run on first and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Panthers. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Lots of space past the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The quarterback just has no chance to escape when the offensive line gets beat that fast. When the defensive line can get in the backfield before the quarterback even hits his back foot of his drop, he's got no choice but to just eat the sack and live to play another play.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Third and long for Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for Dolphins. First down.
On first down, it's Hurts. That one complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Hurts again. A throw on the move is caught. And he will score. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing is Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On second down, Young. He's going to look for the home run ball.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Young. Again, working deep downfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Catch is made by Wright. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Great, set.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Great, set.
Here's H.A. And he's near the 1st down. Stopped a little short of the 40. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
Taken at the 19. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Here's the pistol snap to Young. He's going to air this one out. That is hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
First down, Panthers.
Here we go, set. 3.
So, 3/4.
End of the third quarter.
On the draw, here's Jones. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here's Young to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to make it a 2-possession lead. Oh, no, he missed it. Not more than a chip shot, but it's no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game. First and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
A second down throw for Hurts. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Field goal will make it a 1-score game, but they want more here on 4th and goal.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Jones. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On third down, here's Jones. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job out of the defense, and it's fourth down.
The offense had a decision to make. Was it more important to keep the clock rolling or maintain possession? They take a little bit of a conservative approach there, keeping the ball on the ground. Now brings up fourth down.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. First and 10 now from the 36.
Great, set.
On play action, Hurts gets it away quickly, and it's caught. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
To throw on second down is Hurts. He runs with it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
They'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Another try, second and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. My brand new horizon, the world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Rob, hold on mine if you want some good time, and it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, the new sound has been found, and yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Just don't stop. Born in a million. Born in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Born in a million.
I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor connoisseur, weeks of Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him milk, yeah. Get these boys out, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Candy necklace on my hips, butterflies on my wrist. Put your hands on me like this. Need to go head to toe. PT, she's glossy. Give her one kiss just softly. She's a man, get him me. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back.
Like ice cream on Shanty, playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. Know my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want?